guys, here's some roof rack progress. This is the second one I've made for an ML for the W163, and it's turning out a little bit better than the first go round. But this is all 1-inch 065 wall electroweld tubing. Pretty nice and light, sturdy stuff as long as you make the correct designs. This is shoot, I don't know how many roof racks I've made. It's in the triple digits, but only my second one for a Mercedes. This is my normal bread and butter right here. This is for a 3rd gen 4Runner, and it's gonna have top mounted crossbars. I intend to do the same to mine if the garage clearance allows for it. It's important that I have garage clearance. Why? Because I build all your bumpers off of my truck, so it has to be able to pull in and out of the garage with ease. If I can't do that and I got to take the roof rack off every time, that's just not feasible. So there's going to be the top rails on this. First thing I'm going to have to do is put a floor on it, so that's what the mesh is over here. This is a 3/4 expanded flat, and that's what I've been putting on all my roof racks for years. Works out great. It's really strong stuff, and the goal here is to keep it strong and light at the same time, because you don't want a whole bunch of extra weight up on top of the vehicle if you don't need it. Now, what's the point of a roof rack if that's the case, right? The easier you can get this thing up on the roof, I really like having it to where this is like a 1-person install. So I like to be able to pull these up and down with ease, and they end up weighing in at only about 50 pounds. Yeah, it's big and it's cumbersome, but at least it's only 50 pounds. The first couple ones I made, I used 095 wall tubing. And just that little extra millimeter of meat in the tubing, it just made them so damn heavy. I dropped down to this thickness, and there's no issues with structural integrity or anything. But yeah, I'm gonna have to build a jig for this. This did take quite a while. I knew my measurements that I wanted, which is from outside to outside is 50 inches. The inside, of course, is going to be 48. Lengthwise, we're looking at 76, and that just ends up looking really good, and I can make it out of exactly 20 foot of tubing. So I get my tubing in 10-foot sticks, so they come in 20s. Every time I go and get them, I have them cut in half. So I'm able to do bend there. Then on this half, I do a bend there and the bend over there. And then they can join here in the middle with a real nice butt weld going all the way around. And then I grind the seam off. And in order to make this joint very, I guess, give it its integrity back, that's why we've got the plates here. So the plates take any worry that I'd ever have of this splitting in half back to its original pieces. I've been doing this for probably 5-6 years. I've never had one do that. So obviously this little plan's working out. Things I already know I'm gonna change. I like this bracket setup, that one's fine. I like this bracket setup, that's fine. But this one, it's angled, which there's absolutely no problem with it being angled like that. The issue I have is clearance to get a nut on there just isn't as easy as if that thing was straight up and down. So a super easy fix, just go into my drawing and pull this bar back an inch so that it lines up dead with that plate. Super easy fix. That's not going to really mess with any of the spacing on the like these uprights. And yeah, I was talking about making a jig. So it's going to be something close to this big one here. That's all covered in rust and stuff. That's for a 4th gen 4Runner. So I mount it in the same manner directly to the roof, like the Mercedes. But it's only got back holes, and the front holes, Mercedes has some in the middle, so that's why I have 6 mounts instead of just the 4. 3rd gen racks on 4Runners. They've already got these bolted to the roof. These are actually off a 4Runner, and I actually got slides that go in there, and then those bolt up. So whole different style of doing it. See these things? Those feet end up bolting to receivers that slide in there. So whole different ball game with this thing, and it's got some threaded feet that go in there to support the front. We don't have to worry about any of that with the Mercedes stuff because we've got front, center, and rear mounts. But I'm gonna get to it, get this floor mounted, and get the floor in it. I'll weld it up and then put the top to it right there. Another difference between this 4Runner rack is you can see I've got 4 inches difference between the bottom and the top right here at the front of the rack. That's just to give it, that nice aerodynamic look. What I also did with the Mercedes rack, instead of having these things lined up on top of each other like they are, I've got the Mercedes ones pulled in 1 inch. So they're in 1 inch on both sides, and they're in 1 inch from the back. Well, that's gonna make it look like it's all concaved in. It just looks cooler to me. Yeah, next time you guys see it, it should be finished. So stay tuned for more.